Hello students, today we are going to learn one of the beautiful poems in our syllabus, and the name of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The present poem is composed by an American poet, Robert Lee Frost. Robert Lee Frost was a well-known nature poet. Okay, and see, first of all, we will read the poem. See, whose woods these are? I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year, he gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy fleck. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Students, this is a poem, and now we will see features of the poem or characteristics of the poem. See, there are total 4 stanzas in the poem, and each stanza consists of 4 lines, right? In this way, there are 16 lines in the poem. We can find systematic arrangement of stanzas. We can find rhyming words. So, rhyming scheme is there, right? See, the poet himself is the speaker, right? And who is the poet? I have recently told you the name of the poet. Yes, Robert Lee Frost is the poet. And he himself is the speaker. It means that the poet is describing all the incident. See, the poet or the speaker mentions a scene in a snowy evening in the forest. The poet is fond of nature. The poet is fond of nature. The poet loves nature. The beauty of the forest is described throughout the poem. The poet is traveling somewhere through that forest, and by seeing that forest, by seeing the woods, by seeing the trees, by seeing the snow, the poet is highly fascinated. So the beauty of the forest is described throughout the poem. Now we will see the poem stanza wise. Let's see the first stanza. See, let me tell you in short the theme of the poem. See, the poet is describing, or the poet describes one of the incidents which happens in a snowy evening when he was traveling through that forest. The poet is a traveler. The poet is attracted or enchanted by the glory in the woods. He stops to enjoy, but at last his mind tells him to leave that forest because he has to complete the promises which were given to people by him. Okay, so this is a brief idea, this is a brief summary of the poem. Hmm? Okay, see whose words these are, I think I know. See, it means that the speaker or the poet travels through the jungle or the forest in a snowy evening. Which time is mentioned in the poem? Evening. Evening time is mentioned in the poem. Okay. See, the speaker travels through the forest in a snowy evening. It means that which season is mentioned? Winter season. We find snow everywhere in the winter season. The forest is so attractive that the speaker wants to spend some time there. The speaker rides a horse. It means that he has a horse. He observes the trees and slow fall on the trees. It seems that the soft feathered snow has covered the entire forest. The speaker knows a person who owns that forest. It means that the speaker knows the owner of that forest. The owner of the forest lives in the nearby village. The speaker can see the owner, but the owner of that forest cannot see the speaker who has stopped in the forest to see the beauty. The speaker sees the snowfall everywhere in the jungle. The trees, the hills, and all the things are covered by the snow. The speaker is fascinated by that scene. Okay. It means that there is a snowfall in that forest and entire forest is covered with snow. And the poet likes that scene a lot. The poet stops for a while looking at that beautiful scene. See, the second stanza. My little horse must think it queer. Okay, see, what is the meaning of queer? Queer means what? Strange. Strange, odd. But see, the speaker has a little horse, and when the speaker stops in the forest, his horse gets confused. He thinks why his master has stopped in such a cold and shivering atmosphere. Actually, he thinks that his master, means the poet, might halt near a farmhouse. So he feels strange. The horse thinks that it is strange to stop between the woods and the frozen lake. And it is the darkest and shortest evening of the year. Okay, see, that is the darkest evening of the year. It means that you might know which is the darkest evening in a year. Yes, 22nd December. That day is 22nd December. And it is considered as the shortest day in a year. See, the atmosphere is too chilled. The atmosphere is too cold. And the horse is confused why his master had taken halt there. See, the third stanza. See, he gives his harness bells a shake. He means who? The horse. The horse shakes his bells that are tied around the neck. He wants to ask his master whether he makes any mistake stopping there. The horse does not expect that his master would stop in that jungle, or between the woods or frozen lake. Generally, his master takes halt near a farmhouse, but there is no farmhouse. Hmm? And see, only there is too much silence. There is total peace. Only the sound of bell is heard. Apart from this, the sound of calm wind is also here. There is a slow snowfall too. The snow is falling as if the soft feathers are falling slowly and gently on the ground. See, downy flake. Downy flake means what? Soft feather like snowflakes falling. Okay, it means that there is total silence. The atmosphere in that forest is too calm, and only three sounds are there: harness bells, easy wind, and down effect. See the last stanza. Hmm? The last stanza shows the description of the beautiful forest. Actually, the entire poem shows the beautiful atmosphere in that forest. Hmm? The last stanza is the conclusion of the first three stanzas. Hmm? The last stanza shows the description of the jungle or the forest. The jungle or the woods or the forest is very lovely, very dark and deep. It means that the trees or the forest is very thick. The forest is very lovely. The forest is very attractive. The forest is very deep. The speaker, means the poet, wants to stop there enjoying the scenic beauty, but he has to go because he wants to keep promises. He has to go miles and miles. The speaker has given promises to the people and society. The speaker, means the poet, considers himself a very responsible person. The speaker could not stop there for a long time, so he leaves the forest for further journey. The poet or the speaker is a well-wisher. Hmm? And see, we find the last two stanzas the same. We find two lines in the last stanza the same, and miles to go before I sleep. It means that, see, that line has implied meaning. And miles to go before I sleep means what? Death. Hmm? The speaker has to complete the promises which he has given to the people before his death. Before his death. Hmm? Actually, the speaker is in dilemma. The speaker or the poet is in dilemma. Hmm? He wants to spend his time in that beautiful forest. He does not want to leave that forest because he is enchanted. He is fascinated by the glory of that forest. But when he realizes, when he remembers the promises which were given to the people, he leaves the place. So, my dear friends, the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening shows the beautiful description of the forest. Okay, I hope you liked the poem. And I would like to tell all the students of 10th class to prepare the activities of their own. Okay, you can write appreciation to see. Appreciation. Hmm? Uh, Rhyme scheme. Hmm? Rhyme scheme. The first three stanzas, the rhyme scheme of the first three stanzas is the same. and the rhyme scheme of the last stanza is different. It means that we do not find the same rhyme scheme in the entire poem, right? The rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A A B A. The rhyme scheme of the second stanza is A A B A. The rhyme scheme of the third stanza is A A B A, and the rhyme scheme of the last stanza is A A A A. Okay. So you can do the appreciation of your own and glance or complete the activities which are given in English workshop. Okay. Fine. So we will meet some another day with a new lesson or the poem. Till then, bye. Take care.